Yeah, welcome back to the next big pod. It's a Thursday edition, it's a special edition. We've basically got the leader of the opposition here, Eddie Hearn's right hand man, the ball bag, Matt Bowes. We've also got Alex the grumpy bastard, Sam who's never away, and Tom who doesn't shut up, Tom. Right, and also look at that fucking rapid man, Ricky Burns. Right, we're going to start talking about this Russia card. I've no watched it yet. I've still got the Povetkin fight on that's running now. I'll take these off now.
Cheers for my intro there, Brian.
I'm fucking raging. Andy's left. And Andy Pops is here. He was away. He was basically serving somebody there now. Right. Basically, I've getting. The only fights that I didn't see was Lebedev. I just watched that, and I'm watching the Povetkin fight now.
Nice one, Rocco.
Well,
he's going to watch the highlights, mate. He's going to watch a Vine. Don't worry.
I'm a busy man. What can I say? Right. The first fight was Vishkan Muirdai Skirlybop and Solomon Bugeri. That was fucking vicious. That was actually vicious. That it was a bit of a mismatch, right enough. Did you also watch this card, aye?
Yeah. It went on a bit too long, that fight, didn't it? He got fucking punched in the head about 1,000,000 times and looked like he was about to die. Wasn't good.
It was... The guy had a peach of left hand, right enough. And an absolute fucking peach of left hand that put him down in the second. Caught him with another left and the right, and then murder she wrote, another two fucking lefts again, and bang. See what I said? Like, I've heard Kevin Horn for the Coalition saying this, that these Eastern Europeans they don't like cutting weight. This guy looked tiny. He was like 5.5 foot. 5 foot 5.5, and he's at welterweight, which is fucking tiny. And he's been in the gyms with is it Krytrov, the middleweight.
Oh yeah.
He's basically been running about the gyms with him, and he says that they just don't like cutting weight. They'll fight the weight above that they're meant to fight just because they don't like it. And this guy could have easily made it 140. But
I guess they do that because they realise you gain a better strength and more a stable strength. I suppose you're not worried about pissing away your weight on the week of the fight. You're not going to drain yourself. Because, I've said before, I don't agree with all the dehydration that the fighters put themselves through. I think that it impacts their performance, and there's studies to prove that you don't rehydrate yourself, your brain doesn't get back to full function if you're absolutely, pissing away, 20 pounds in a single night and try and put that back on. So I think these guys are obviously sort of revolutionising it in a way and proving that it works. I mean, fucking look at Golovkin and this guy as well. He showed it as well. I think Lomachenko isn't exactly fucking huge either.
Alex, are you trying to say that they don't leave their soul on the scales every time they make the light heavyweight limit?
Cut £10 nice and easy.
That's it.
There was hundreds of good stoppages on this card. But like I say, the guy looks a bit small for welterweight. See if he's going to actually do it. I can't see somebody being that small, able to fucking tangle with it. You've got featherweights that are bigger than this guy.
Aye.
It's we've seen how Matisse struggled to deal with Postal because of the height and the length of the guy, but it was a good fight. Well, it was a good finish. It was a bit one-sided, but as I say, the knockout was fucking dynamite.
The knockout was vicious. It was fucking brutal. And on that card, I would probably give that I don't know actually, because I liked the Ola finish. That was good. You've probably got 3 really good finishes on that card, and the first one was, I'd say to you yesterday, remember to watch it. It was absolutely brutal. It was like, as soon as he connected, that's it, game over, you're not coming back for that.
Sam, did you see this card?
I've seen bits. I've seen Lebedev and Povetkin when I got in from work, and I skipped through the one earlier on. But yeah, it was a good card, really. All good fights. The Povetkin fight, I wasn't really that enthralled with. Oh, the Lebedev one, the ones I watched live were the shit ones, really.
See the thing with this card, because some of them were like mismatches. The only one good thing that you can say about like mismatches, like, see if they just treat them like the shite that they are, and just fucking blow them out and give you a bit of a highlight reel like a Danny Garcia Salka fight, then it's kind of bearable. But some of the people in there shouldn't have been in the ring with these guys. I mean, when all like, the best fight I liked the Dimitri Bivol fight, was it? Jackson Jr.
Bivol.
I mean, I liked that better. Like Alex, I was saying to you yesterday that the guy's combinations was dynamite. As soon as like straight jab, then he would change it to a left hook, and he'd follow up everything with about 4 or 5 punches, and most of the time they would connect. And he was picking his punches fucking nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought he sort of emulated the sort of Roman Gonzalez style there, that just throwing fucking millions of punches and really putting that offense on. He hasn't got the pressure fighting style, and the footwork yet, but he's obviously getting there. He's only 5-0 now. I thought he showed a lot of potential.
No, but what I did do is see like the first couple of rounds, he was quite headhunting quite a lot, but he was like hitting a lot. He was connecting a lot to the head, but then the third round he changed it and went to the body a lot as well. So you can tell that he's kind of learning.
I thought he looked good. He looked like one of the better fighters on the card, like with the most potential anyway.
What's happened to your voice? Fuck's happened to your voice?
Sorry, mate. It's back now.
You swallowing something there?
Yeah, it was a lot of spit. Thanks.
Move along.
Yeah, so I thought he was probably the fighter with the most potential, like on the card. He looked better than pretty much anyone else, other than some of the massive upset winners. But I thought he looked the best.
That means he's going to get knocked out in his next fight, though, because you can't predict.
Excuse me, I'm not Alex. Thank you very much. I don't fucking wank over some fella and then watch him get knocked out by a 40-1 underdog.
Oh shit.
Who's that?
40-1. It was 25-1.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Now, we'll get on to that in a couple of minutes so I can brag about that fight. But Paul, did you see that? You seen this full card, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't see the Bovril guy, but I've seen the rest of it.
Right. You obviously seen the. I can't pronounce it. I wish fucking Rocco was here to give me some names here.
Robocop Dave.
Hi, Vishkan Moore Zablikon. They ever actually just want to change their name to fucking Chad Hogan or something like that. But did you see this fight? Aye.
Yeah, that's the light heavyweight guy in it. The fucking.
No, that was a 147-pound guy. The first fight.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Dimitri Bivol was the light heavyweight guy. It was 4-0.
What are you talking about? This fucking, the crappy first fight that was on. It was just a fucking blowout and got him started. Get on to the proper fights, you fucking mong.
We'll go to that because you're going to get absolutely fucking slaughtered. Right, let's fast forward it then. Dimitri Kudryashov. Let's talk about that. Oh, this guy's a fucking killer. He's going to destroy this. He's going to destroy that. The last fight, I tell you, he's a big, slow, cumbersome, fucking gassed out lump of fucking shite. And you're like, you just don't like fucking cruiserweights. And I was like, I'm telling you, he's fucking garbage. I can't watch people like that. And he looked as if he was shagged after the second round. And what happens? He gets fucking clipped and he gets his cunt kicked in.
It was. Do you know something? I thought he would have won that fight in the first round when he hit the.
That boy had some chin to stay up.
He hit the. What's his name? Duradolo.
Duradolo. That was
when he hit him with the body shot in the first round. I thought that was it. I thought fight was over, and then he fucking stayed up, and I was like, oh fuck, maybe Lado's gonna fucking gas out here. Kudryashov's gonna shit himself, and he did. He shot it, and then fucking fell apart in the second round.
His defence was awful though. He had absolutely no defence.
See in the first round, Brian, the Duradola guy was basically landing at will. He was landing, he was jabbing, and he was working to the body. And see after about a minute and maybe about a minute and a half, Kudryashov's right eye started to bruise up and welt really quite early. So that I noticed that straight away, and I realised that the I can't remember how he pronounced Duradola, sorry. That he was obviously landing and he had power in the shots because it was, like I say, like a minute or so, and he was marked up straight away, and you could see he backed him up. I think it was maybe about 2 minutes in, and he landed a big shot, right, and then he got put. Was it a left that Kudryashov caught him with, and it would have anybody else, and you're looking, you're thinking that's a knockout punch. I don't know how he managed to stay up.
I don't know. I just thought Kudryashov was terrible. I thought he looked right past him. I mean, the guy was what? Was he 17-4? This Nigerian fella.
19-2.
19-2.
But he's actually got a really good KO percentage. He can obviously bang. Do you know what I mean? He's obviously got a powerful punch.
But he was just like when he started landing it, he was just fucked. It was absolutely like he'd been fighting for 10 rounds. And
it was like the Chakayev fight that happened a little bit later. It was like, can you remember Angulo against James Kirkland, where he threw about 400 punches in the first round because he thought he'd knocked him out, and that was it for the rest of the fight. He just got fucking belted.
I don't think that the issue was that his stamina. I just think that he never expected any cunt to stand up to his punches or throw a punch back. I mean, he landed that fucking vicious left hook that had Dodo nearly, spark clean out and on fucking Bambi, Bambi on ice sort of legs, and he didn't expect him to come firing back because he was just throwing punches, this guy, and he just fucking banjoing him, and he was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And he just completely sapped him. He completely didn't know what to do. I think that people would say, "Well, he should take a knee or something," but he's no one's hit him like that. No one has dared to stand up to that fucking power of his. And he got caught out for it. He got fucking not sparked clean out, but stopped, and he should have been stopped earlier.
After they get the fight get called off, did you notice? No, sorry. On you go. I'm thinking of the Shakyov fight.
Yeah, when Price fought Thompson the second time. When Price fucking put Thompson down. Then he got up, and you just seen Price sort of all the confidence just fell out of him, and then he just gassed and got smashed.
Yeah.
It was a bit like that, but obviously a lot quicker and a lot funnier.
The fight was this we were talking about. Like, I just crashed there.
The one that
jumped back on it.
The
one
Russian
that we
hammer.
were still talking about.
Oh, Kudryashov?
Yeah.
Personally, I just think his defence is awful, and he was getting tagged at will. I'm surprised that boy did have a decent chin though, because he done well to stay up. I thought he was getting fucking punched right out the ring in the first round. I was surprised that he stayed on his feet, but see, come the second round, look, I can only go with like cruiserweights are big bastards. It doesn't matter if you're feather-fisted puncher; they're going to take their toll, and if within the first round you've been hit the amount of times he has, they're going to fucking take their toll, because it's not as if he can move any. He's just right in front of the guy, and he just get tagged at will. And I'm fair play to Kudryashov, I know, because how he stayed on his feet as well. I'm fucking surprised at that. He got his cunt kicked in.
He did the Richard Towers defence, didn't he? Where he just leans back over the ropes and fucking got belted.
It's because he didn't know what to do. That's the thing. He didn't know how to handle that. He thought that, why am I getting my cunt kicked in? What's happening to me? I'm getting smashed.
He's a fucking 18-0 pro fighter, Alex. You should be fucking learning stuff like that.
Why? How? He bangs cunts out in with one punch.
So what?
Round.
What has he got?
This is what I thought that. To bring up fucking Anthony Joshua, some cunt does that to him. Is he going to be able to handle that? I mean, no cunts hit him.
Well, like Paul mentioned, it happened to David Price, and he punches harder than AJ. So
exactly, David Price has never been fucking clocked like he was that night, and then he's like, oh, "What do I fucking do?" And he was done.
That's when Joshua got belted by Mikhail Nistor, and he just Nistor was literally just ducking down and winging hooks as fast and as hard as he could, and he caught him about 4 or 5 times, and Joshua got stopped. And I think that's what's going to happen when he fights a decent fighter.
No, it won't. Don't be silly.
All right then, no problem.
No.
What's going to happen then, Sam? Come on.
He's the real deal. You know he is. You're a fucking.
Just like Kudryashov's.
Well, people were saying Kudryashov's the real deal. You don't know. I've said this for a while about Joshua. You don't know until he's took something on the chin. You don't know what's there.
We can't compare this confirming him with the people jumping on Twitter straight away.
Kudryashov.
He's WBC number 2, right? What's Povetkin? WBC number 1?
Yeah.
Why don't they have a nice final eliminator that Eddie loves so much?
Well, they don't need to, do they?
No.
Of course they do.
Why would they?
Povetkin would be ice a man that's never been done before.
Why would Povetkin give up his number 1 status to fight Joshua when he can fight
Just for the
Warren?
fun of it. Just to knock out a fucking hype job.
You're a fucking idiot, you do, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Mate, everyone was saying the exact same shit about David Price a few years ago. Oh, he's the next Klitschko, he's the best fighter I've ever seen. Hardest puncher. Fell apart after about fucking 20 seconds against Tony Thompson.
In fact,
To counter that then, Tom, at one point everyone was saying it about Lennox Lewis.
Lennox Lewis was the best ever.
who
Exactly.
Yeah,
gives a
it's the best
fuck?
ever.
Right, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares about Joshua. We're not fucking talking about him. Right?
We're just...
Fuck's sake, man. Right. Afolabi. On his go.
Oh, hang on. Afolabi's not going to win. Afolabi's fucking shit. Afolabi's on the slide. Hang on, who picked Afolabi to win, Brian, you fucking prick?
When did I say that? I don't even...
Yeah, you fuck...
It was me who said he was done.
Oh, well, fuck you, Sam. I hate you as well. You're a cunt.
I couldn't say... I don't know nothing about the cruiserweight, so I couldn't fucking pick a fight.
No. Sam said Afolabi's going to get knocked out.
No, I never said he'd get knocked out. I said he was
Yeah, you
done.
did.
And he's in Huck's
You
pocket.
said he's done. Oh, well. What
I
happened?
thought get knocked out.
What happened?
I seen like Gabe Montoya talking about this fight as if it was something great, but I had to fast forward the fucker because it was shite until like the knockout. I don't get how like guys like Gabe Montoya can sit and watch these and say how great they are, and then all he does is fucking shit on any cunt with any sort of technical ability. Like that was not a good fucking fight.
It was good as far as Chakiev landing clean punches until he wore himself out, and then Afolabi just cleaning up at the end. That was a good fight.
Chakiev's the dumbest fighter in the fucking planet.
That was fucking dreadful, wasn't it? It was horrendous.
Look at him in a clinch, right? And he fucking wings away like his life depends on it. And he just gasses himself out.
Did you not notice though that it looked as if it was a heavy knockdown, but he just sat right back up and done an Undertaker. It was as if he could have got up, but it's like, fuck that. It did do an Undertaker. He just sat right back up.
It went down onto his knees and then went like, just both flat out as if he fucking fell gone ice.
That was the second one, wasn't it? The first time he got knocked down when the ref didn't call it, he fucking...
Oh, that was an absolute joke as well. What was that all about?
It was weird. But...
Man, I know you're all high in that division, but that division fucking sucks balls.
No, fuck off.
Sucks balls.
How can you say that after that fucking card last night?
The card, what? It was like, just because there was a bit of shock, even though the Kudryashov was always fucking shit anyway. I've basically went and fucking read shit about like the cruiserweights, and the only person that really fucking looks decent and sounds decent, who has got some sort of fucking pedigree and the size of the guy, is that.
Who's sick?
Hi.
Yeah.
He looks as if he could fucking wipe every cunt out.
He could fight Joshua tomorrow and he'd fucking ice the cunt. He'd beat Povetkin tomorrow, log it. It's coming.
He wouldn't beat Povetkin.
Right, can you all stop arguing and can we get back to discussing the fights? Fuck's sake, grow up. Right, it's the Shakiev fight.
Andy quit.
Andy left.
He punched himself out. He was just loading up, and everything he was throwing he was just wanting to land big bombs. And then, obviously, was it the 5th or the 7th? The fight ended. He got Ola started coming right into it. He realised what was happening. I think it was the 6th round. He took total control. Came out in the 7th and then put him down. And then obviously the ref says, "How can he not call that a knockdown?" Did he say it was a slip? What was the excuse for that?
Just sort of waved his arms.
That was pathetic. And then obviously the knockdown was a peach. Did you notice as well, right? See, these Russian cards, they're not very good with doctors and like paramedics. And all they seem to have on their cards is like KO machines and violent fighters.
I need a little remedy.
Shakiev was like he was out. He was actually out on his feet, and they've just kind of basically dragged him up, and he's standing.
Solomon Bulgari was lying in the ring for about 10 minutes like a coffin.
Exactly, it's mental. So that's a thing. Obviously, we're quite critical of the British Boxing Board of Control, but I think that's a thing that we're kind of leading the way on. Do you know what I mean? Because it was.
The Brits.
You can't even have a fucking simple conversation. He's mental, this guy. Bring back.
But then our refs are shit because our refs will stop a fight after someone gets fucking sneezed on.
Aye. But what I'm saying is these guys are getting absolutely and utterly demolished.
I agree with you.
A brutal knockout. and they're leaving the guys in there for like maybe, I don't know, it was about 5 minutes. The first one, right? And then
Did you not see Solomon Baghetti? Like, he was basically lying there unconscious. His cornerman was there, and the referee was like, as if asking, "Is you all right? No, how about get a doctor? You fucking dafty."
it's mad.
They were just trying to get him out of the ring so to get the fucking next fight on.
I would have teabagged him if I was the ref.
Shot him with his boss.
Aye, getting in there, but see going on to the Lebedev fight, see his opponent, clearly I know that Jack Shea, I'm absolute casual material when it comes to cruiserweight. Was his opponent in decent?
Latif KO'd it. I didn't realise he'd been knocked out by Perez at heavyweight.
Ortiz.
Yeah, I didn't realise.
Yeah, it got turned no contest because that's the fight where Ortiz got done for drugs. That was a year ago. Then he came back and fought for the exact same belt that he won against Coyote after he got done for drugs.
That's right. So that just shows you what a farce the WB are, really, isn't it?
But fucking Max Kellerman, because he fought on Triple G's on the card, and Max Kellerman's like, Ortiz allegedly tested positive for a banned substance.
No fucking allegedly about it.
I know. He's such a prick.
Who?
Kellerman.
I quite like Kellerman for the Pacquiao fight, Floyd and Pacquiao, because they basically treated him like the wee fucking pussy that he was.
Yeah.
Did you thought you won the fight? None of us did. Haha, lols, totally trolled you, son. But the Lebedev fight, I skipped through a couple of rounds because obviously I was coming on here, but
I just said that Afolabi won in the 7th, wasn't it? It was the 5th round. What am I
Alex
doing
did
today?
say that it was the 5th.
I'm totally confused today. I asked what weight Ricky Burns had weighed in it today, thinking it was
25 stone,
Friday.
mate. He was,
I don't know why.
15 stone overweight.
Because you're a casual on this.
So Alex is like, are we going to get these unifications in cruiserweight with the likes of Lebedev and whatever the rest of them?
No.
No.
I think we will.
No.
So what really is the point?
There's not much point.
Do you think Afolabi will get another shot after that performance
I think
last
so.
night? I hope so. I think he deserves another shot. I don't. He looked rubbish against Ramirez, and obviously Ramirez looked terrible last time out against McKenzie. So you seem to wonder why, when it comes to that stage, does Afolabi always kind of feel at the last hurdle? So hopefully after last night he'll get another.
Because he's the black Kevin Mitchell. That's why.
But I think with Afolabi, it's sort of like, I don't think he's good enough to win a world title, but he can put in a good performance every now and then.
Would he beat Baylor?
He'll beat guys that are like at the top, but not right at the top, kind of like fringe world. Like, he'll beat them, and he'll look good doing it. And then when he seems to step up, it seems to always just fails all the time. Hopefully he does it. I like it, big guy.
He's caught
good.
Yeah.
So
Get Overeem with him.
He's not going to beat Lebedev. He's not going to beat Drost. He might beat Ramirez after the fucking shit performance he put in against Owen McKenzie. And who's the other one at the fucking Glavaki? He won't beat Glavaki.
Well, Glavaki's got to fight Usyk, and then they're all fucked because they're not going to beat him.
I think
I like Ola. I'm not being tight on Ola. I'm just being honest with him. I think he's brilliant. I fucking love watching his fights. His fights with Huck were fucking amazing fights, but he's, like you say,
hard
he's
as
just not
fuck,
good
isn't he?
enough.
He's proper tough con.
Because he's with K2, isn't he? Ola, so he might actually get fed to Usyk.
Who? Olaf? No, he's with.
Tom Loeffler's his manager.
Oh, sorry, was like, is he?
Yeah, and
he spars with Golovkin, for fuck's sake.
And Usyk is promoted by the Klitschko, so feed him to Usyk.
I think that's a good fight at this stage of Usyk's career.
Paul,
Yeah.
Didn't Usyk, did he not sign with Top Rank originally? What was the deal with that? How did they end up at
Him and Lomachenko signed.
They both
together.
signed, and then they went over. He'd not even been to America before, Usyk. And then he sort of decided, well, I actually want to fight in Ukraine and I'm not going to get the chance. And then Bob released him from his contract and he signed with Vitaly.
No, the cruiserweight division reminds me. top ranked fucking welterweight stable where they just regurgitate the same fucking shitty fights over and over and over and over. But you said, like, I watched something like no long ago. It was like a fucking third or fourth fight. It was like, oh, you born bastards. This is why I'm not really interested in the division at all. But they need to start pairing these fuckers together. They need to start making like unifications. Like, all the promoters are for the same neck of the woods. They know, how can they not work together and just make these fucking fights?
Well, you say the same about fucking Hearn and Warren, or they're from the same neck of woods. Why aren't they making the same fights together?
But they're not. But they're on different TV companies, is it not? But they're not.
I don't understand what the TV issue is in Russia. You know, I obviously don't speak Russian. I don't fucking live in Russia. I don't know how difficult it is to work with, Vlad Hurinov and the fucking other ones that
everyone fucking hates that Vlad Hurinov, though, don't they?
Yeah,
he's a fucking hero.
The Sauerland brothers keep bitching about it, and they're going to get dumped in the sea if they don't.
Yeah, fucking Sauerlands used to have quite a few cruiserweights, and they fucking despise Hurinov, so they're never going to work with him.
But did you see? So Drod's with, is it Ryabinski now? I think he's with him. And he come out and basically said that Urinov's a fucking massive prick and rips him off all the time.
Povetkin was with Hurinov, wasn't he? And he left him.
Yeah, and he fucked him off. So I don't think those two are going to work together.
Hurinov gave him his biggest payday, pretty much that he's ever going to get, though, didn't he?
Yeah, and probably fucking. No, that was Ryabinski who won the bid for.
No, it was Hurinov. I think he won it with about 27 million.
I thought it was Ryabinski who won that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Right, this division's as boring as this conversation now. Right,
so
we'll move on to Povetkin. I'm just kind of let's get into the 11th round here. I actually think he looked fucking decent.
Right. The only thing that matters about this, I mean, yeah, he beat up Wack. Wack looks like he looks like Desperate Dan with that fucking chin of his. So does Povetkin absolutely smash Wilder?
Yeah.
See
I was going to say no, but yes.
Wack doesn't use the jab as much as Wilder does, right? But see what I noticed what Wack was doing. See when he was going to the jab, Povetkin was kind of ducking down and punching his chest, which was quite a smart move. Then he was coming with like the overhand right or the overhand left, which is quite a smart move, and I think he could be able to do that with Wilder or not. This was all definitely like a tester fight for like when he's going to fight like Wilder, but I'm quite impressed with Povetkin.
Wilder's got about
he is really quick
of the durability.
Well, when Wilder beats Povetkin, I'm going to just come and sit on here and not say a word. I'm just going to listen to you all cry.
Are you?
Log
okay,
it.
so when Povetkin ices Wilder in about 3 rounds, I'm going to make fun of you.
You're not going to make fun of Paul because he'll fucking run off and disappear.
I love Bounds. I love Bounds again.
It's not going to happen. Wilder is going to ice him.
Do me a favour, Paul. What do you see in Wilder then? Because no one else sees it.
Exactly. Paul, how can you? How? What's your thoughts on how does Wilder ice him? What's he showed that makes you think he's going to ice him? He's fighting guys like Duffhouse, Molina, all the rest of the bums. Look at his last 3 wins. His last 3 wins are probably up there with any other heavyweight.
Johalpas is the best win of any fighter ever.
Let Paul speak.
Steve Verne wasn't a bad win. Steve Verne would beat those 3.
But he was dehydrated. He fucked up.
How the fuck can you be dehydrated when you're an heavyweight? That's bullshit. That's a lame excuse.
Because he's a big fucking idiot and fucked up. That's how.
You got the fucking piss beat out of him. That's what's up with him.
Well, his excuse was he's dehydrated, but I don't see it in Wilder. I mean, he's taking how long?
He's flawed to fuck. He is flawed. I don't know.
He's basically learning on the job. He's a WBC world champion, heavyweight champion, and he's learning on the job. I mean,
but he had a big amateur career as well, though, Andy.
Not a big one.
Was it 35 fights and lost 1? I think it was.
No, he lost about 4 or 5.
I mean, we're all talking about obviously the way Matchroom are taking Joshua along, but they're probably doing it right and no pushing him into these fights because at the end of the day, look what they're doing with Wilder. He's had all these bum fights and then he just went and he's learning on the job basically. It's just I don't know how you can turn around and say he beat Povetkin, Paul. I really don't.
I'm not fully confident in it. I'll be honest with you.
Wilder's not even big either. He weighs nothing.
No, he could make cruiserweight if he wanted
14 stone 9, I think he was against Stiverne.
Yeah, is that right, Tom?
204 pounds, I think, weren't he?
No, he came out. No, it wasn't.
He's
It was
he's
like,
like 220, isn't he?
it was about 214, 217. He
What
came in.
what height is
like-
Wilder? Is he 6'9" or something? Is he
Yeah.
big?
It was like 6'7", 6'8", I think.
Is he? Aye.
He
He's
looks,
about 7'4".
he looks like
Yeah.
a basketball player, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's 1 or 2 inches smaller than Fury. That just shows you how big Fury is. See, when you see Fury standing, you've seen the pictures of Fury when he was at the training camp with Klitschko, and Fury looked fucking massive next to him. Just a big, tall, stocky bastard. But obviously Klitschko's like thick as fuck, full of steroids. But I don't know. See the Wilder that turned up for Stavern. As much as Stavern, he was hospitalised that week because he wasn't training and he just kind of crashed the gym and partying it. I'm pretty sure he was like in the titty bars with Floyd a couple of weeks, in the week or 2 weeks before the fight in Vegas. But the Wilder that turns up for that could maybe just do his like jab 1-2 for the full night, could maybe keep Povetkin away. But Povetkin's clever enough that I says earlier on. Like he was like ducking the jab, going to the chest, then swinging overhand right, and like Wilder is fucking near to be hit with an overhand right because he's always got his hands down. See when he swings a punch, he leaves his hands down. He doesn't bring them back up to his chin.
But what worries me with him, and you fucking see it, he throws some weird shit. And like when was it?
He windmills.
When he was like jumping.
He was off the ground swinging punches.
And I'm like when he fought Harrison, I'm like, I just think, fuck me.
Swung himself off his feet against Harrison. That was awful.
Sometimes that's what I think. I think if you swing something like that and miss, you're gonna get knocked into next week, and it's gonna be bad.
Right, so what does have the hanging? This fight's going to get made because there's no way Povetkin's going to gear up.
Wilder's supposed to be fighting Charles Glasgow at the start of next year.
Fighting a bum.
Aye. He's the WBC said at the convention the other day that the Povetkin wouldn't be ready because of yesterday's fight, so they've gave Wilder an optional voluntary. And who is it he's going to fight, Paul?
Charles Glasgow.
Right, that's going to be in February then. So you're probably talking about midsummer before the fight happens.
Yeah, but I still don't think it gets made.
Neither do I.
I think Wilder's going to avoid him. I think he's going to drop the belt and fight for the PBC belt and let Povetkin fight Joshua for the WBC.
Povetkin's going to get iced by AJ and it's all going to get ruined for him.
see, Tom, see what you're saying there? See if that happened. He did drop the belt, and then obviously the WBC says, listen, they offered Joshua the Povetkin fight for the title.
Yeah.
And say this is summer next year, right? And then basically, so you've got AJ would have a fight and when Dylan White next month. So then maybe see another fight in March. So you're talking a potential next 3 fights. Joshua fighting for a world title. Do you think they would go for that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Depends how much money there was.
Did we get back to talking to? Why is it we used with Anthony Joshua? No cunt gives a fuck. We're talking about fucking Povetkin and fucking Wilder, man. You're obsessed
Listen,
with this cunt.
It went from Wilder vacating his
We don't
WBC
care.
belt.
Stick on
Fuck
the
off,
fucking
Brian.
topic, man.
Right.
Fuck's sake.
If Wilder vacates,
It was a good question, you prick.
I don't care. Stick to the topic. Who finds Wilder Povetkin?
Povetkin by knockout in about 3 rounds.
Wilder points.
Povetkin him mid-rounds, 6, 7.
Andy.
Povetkin between 4 and 6.
Alex.
Povetkin between 7 and 9.
I think it goes early. I think Povetkin catches him quick because we're just watching that. He's not like David Tay, but he's quick. He's quick, like fucking going at. I was going to say run at a guy, but see, like he's kind of explosive power, like kind of just shifting into the the whack there. I think he'll take him early, but.
Do you reckon it'll be similar to Hay Macronelli?
No, I wouldn't think it would be that as good a fight, but aye, well.
Whoa! Don't forget about me, you cunt.
You haven't fucking said out.
I haven't said out because I haven't watched the Russian card.
Well, that's how.
From Box Nation. You know, I've got to say 10 Hail Marys for a switch that channel on, obviously.
Team Street.
Povetkin beats Wilder, but bear in mind I picked fucking Audley Harrison to beat Wilder.
Hey, go on, Matt.
I picked Audley.
I picked Audley. Come on, Matt.
So it's just me picking Wilder.
Matt, turn your volume up a bit, mate. Quite low.
Right, as you can hear, Bowes has made an appearance. The scumbag.
Watch your mouth.
So I'm going to put my gloves back on. Basically, we've got him on because he's fucking Team Gallagher, isn't he? Fucking Tesco Joe. And he's here to fucking defend his boy, Scott Quigg. So, you happy this fight's getting made? Are you fucking shitting it?
Of course I'm happy. Of course I'm happy. Waiting for this for fucking ages, as have you. Despite all your bitching and moaning for fucking months.
I'm basically real talk. Whatever I say on Twitter is fucking gospel.
Of course it is. Just like mine. Fucking all the McGuigans, all the begging, and they got fuck all.
No, we know this wasn't true.
Of course it is. Yeah. 60%, they never got that. They never got a neutral venue. Basically, they're fucking shite.
They were never getting a neutral venue
What was
anyway.
the percent then? What was the percent?
I think, I don't know for sure. I've heard it's 56, something like that.
Fuck's sake.
Quigg's got a good deal there then, if that's right.
No.
I heard Quigg was getting 97% and Frampton was getting 3,
As he
and
should.
and that he should deal with it.
Matt, has Scott been upgraded to the Super Champ yet? I know they were obviously with Regal being stripped, and obviously with the IBF allowing it for the belt. Is he still the regular champion, or is he still Super Champion? Have you got any news on that?
I think he's still the regular. I mean, it's a bit of a tough one, this. I mean, everyone knows how much I rate Quigg, but obviously it's an absolute kick in the balls to go in. So if he has been upgraded, it is a bit of a piss take, but I'm not sure, mate.
See, what I've said about Quigg, and a few people said I'm a bit of a dick for saying it, but he's sort of been a bit unlucky with shit because he got upgraded to regular and then blue, and then he's been upgraded again. Obviously, he's not going to turn that down, is he?
It's not his fault. Everyone
Yeah.
phones on him like it's his fault. It's not his fault. So what's he going to say? Fuck off.
Yeah, I won't turn it. No one else would turn it down as much as.
What he should have done though, I don't know who it was, whether it was fucking Badger Arse, Gallagher or Hearn, when they were asked,
Bumps your ass.
why don't you fucking rematch Salinas? And it was basically, why should we? We don't need. We think we won the fight and all that. Well, it doesn't really matter whether you fucking think you won the fight or not. It was a draw. Scott, you turn around and says that you only feel like a champion until you win the belt. You didn't win the belt, you drew. So rematch the guy who basically turned out to be a liberty anyway. He got his shit pushed in against a journeyman no long after that.
But serious though, what did you think of Salinas in that fight? I thought he looked decent.
Well, I told you.
Yeah.
I had it. I don't want to really say this because it kind of.
Then shut the fuck up and don't say it.
It's basically it's going to back up like Tom here. I'm positive I had that fight 115, 114 to Quigg.
Oh,
Which basically means I must
hang on, Brian. What score?
Exactly. I did have it written.
Hang on, Tom. You can't talk about fucking score and fight.
No, Matthew. Brian never scores even rounds.
That's it.
Brian never scores even rounds. What score did you have it, Brian?
I'm pretty sure it was 115, 114.
Wow.
What
does that mean, Brian?
It basically means that I was steaming.
All right then.
But Salinas looked decent, he did, but what you are doing with like Quigg and Frampton now, you are going off the last fights, and what we need to do is we need to go off the fight after that is he get blew clean out with a journeyman, and I always said Quigg should have gave him the rematch at the time what people were a wee bit ignorant to the kind of regular, the super champ, and they were saying, Scott Quigg is getting a world title fight with Salinas. And at any point was the kind of people clicking on here, Rigondeau's the real champion. There's a lot of actual super belt, but the politics is absolute fucking bullshit. You'll not agree with me, Matt, but I just think this was a marriage at convenience. Like Hearn had no intention of ever signing Quigg until Frampton fucked off, and he basically seen that this fight's going to make some amount of money, so I may as well get Quigg, so I'm getting some sort of fucking money at the back end at some point.
That that might be right, but it doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't matter what Hearn thinks. It matters what Quigg thinks.
Yeah. But I said a bit ago, I think it was on the pod when Mark came on, that I didn't think that they'd make this fight unless the WBA could use the belt, because Hearn wouldn't want to fuck the WBA because he's got a fair few lads with their belts and he tries to have a few fights with their belts. So that was always going to be a sticking point, I thought. So obviously they had to sort of do this for fights to be made, I think.
So I said this the other day, Paul. This fight was getting made for the WBA belt and the IBF, regardless. Hearn's got a relationship with the IBF, and he must have with the WBA.
Yeah.
A little bit of money, it'd be a unification. They've unified the shit WBA with the IBF before. They did it with Carl and Kessler.
But it was like Hearn was never going to let the WBA drop though, because look at when McDonald fought Kameda. They could have kept the WBO belt, which the WBO said if Jamie gets rid of that, they'll let it happen.
No, they weren't. The WBO weren't sanctioning that fight because I'm pretty sure he wasn't even ranked in the WBO, so they couldn't have given him that fight.
You can't be ranked with another organisation if you've got a belt from someone else.
Yeah. So I thought they said if he'd have vacated it when it was signed, that it'd probably go in the rankings. I thought that was the thing. And they basically said no, thinking that it'd be a unification if they just put the reels in. And
you can fight them. When I talked about it on the Asylum about special permits and things like that, all of the organisations have got this. Basically, if you chuck them a bit of extra money, they will allow you to fight an unranked fighter. And Heyman would have done that. Fucking Hearn would have chucked a bit of money just for that.
Just make they're all the fucking same. They all just make the as they go along.
Yeah.
Fucking had Khan number one in the WBC at welter. He never fought at fucking welter.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. That.
You don't like Khan though, Paul.
I know. I was going to say that, but I'll let you say it.
At least he's fucking.
He was wrong there.
Either way, we all agree this is a quality fight without the belt. So we're not talking about that because it's a waste of time. Everyone knows it's a joke. So that's the point.
Yeah.
But the belts do matter though, because these belts belong to someone else.
Yeah, but we all know that, and they know that deep down. They know that they're not the top guy in that division, even if they win this.
Yeah, but it is annoying. But we would never have seen Rigo fight either one of them, and they never would have in the future. So it's all pointless. No one would have ended up fighting him, and they'd have just sat there. As much as I don't agree with it, no one would have fought Rigo, and they would have stripped him anyway, whether this fight happened or not.
I don't think anyone agrees with it, but he's up shit creek now. Rigo, he's fucked.
Yeah.
Well, see, my problem is here we had Tony Bailey the other day turning around and saying that there was no money in that fight, and we're sitting here, I was like, well, it's not as if Scott Quigg's been fucking earning a fortune for the last 2 years waiting for this fight anyway, so what difference is it? My fucking real gripe with this is they're fucked about for 2 years, because it must have been like 2 years he won that regular belt, so they fought no cunt in that time frame, because they've wanted this fight and they have absolutely no intention of ever fighting Rigo, and we all know my fucking opinions of Hearn. We all know what he is. He's a cunt, right? And if he loved the fucking fans that much, we heard him at some point saying, I don't think the Quiggs Frampton fight is going to be made. It's further away than ever now. Well, I'll tell you what, why don't you treat the fans to something that you don't normally do? Why don't you, for the first time in your fucking miserable promoter's life, get an absolute superstar, a fucking elite fighter over here that when they cost like it's not going to cost like fucking Floyd Mayweather. Why don't
I don't want to defend Hearn because
don't shut your mouth. I'm talking.
No. Why would he bring Rigo over to beat Quigg when he's got to pay Rigo a lot of money? It doesn't make any sense to him, does it?
I'm not a promoter. I do not give a fuck what makes sense to him and what doesn't. What makes sense.
He's not going to do it if it costs him a fortune and Quigg's going to lose.
This is why he should have signed him. Just say, alright, and I'll sign him on a 3-4 fight deal. He keeps it's loosely mentioned, I want to go to America, I want to do this, that, and other. Heyman needs a promotional company to do his bullshit over there. Two birds, one stone. Sign the cunt for a little bit, make some money off him. And I'm pretty sure I've seen him say before, if I'd have had Rigo when he'd had 4 or 5 fights, it would have made him massive.
I don't see how to sell a non-English speaking Cuban over.
Who was it that was saying the other day that Rigo's
what difference does that make?
He's a nasty bastard, and if people understood what he was saying...
That was me that said that.
Yeah, was it you?
It's not people like us who need to be sold on him. It's the
Well,
it's the spastic casuals who need to be sold.
Explain to me the people that are watching Sky Sports News. Explain to me right now, what out of all of them, who understands Scott Quigg?
Well, he's got Play-Doh in his mouth half the time, innit? You can't.
Fucking cunts.
See that? That's I used to do all that shit and take a piss, but it's too easy a target. I'm a Frampton fan, right? And I don't think Scott Quigg is half as bad as people make it. And I think people just jump on the bandwagon and just give the guy belts.
No one is saying. I don't think any of us are saying Scott Quigg's a bad fighter. It's just that he's surrounded by fucking a mongy trainer and a mongy promoter, and he's.
See the stuff about he's obviously the way he speaks.
If he was Joe Gallagher or anything, it'd be a lot more liked. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
People don't like them.
Listen, I like Quigg, right? I've never not liked Quigg, but I just don't like fucking Joe. I think he's an absolute cock. And that's it.
And he's pushing this belt as well. It's the constant pushing of he's a world champion when he's not.
Well, this is it, Alex. See, I've never known a person that has to be told every single day that you're a world champion. If you're a world champion, you don't need to be told that. You know it. But every day it's like a media campaign. You try to tell us you're a world champion. Well, see, if you're a world champion, why do you need that super belt? Because a world belt's a world belt. Why? What's the difference between the belts?
But if he come out and says, "Oh yeah, I don't think I'm a world champion, or I don't feel like one," his bargaining power in this fight would have been 40. He'd have to say like 20%.
But he's been saying that for day one.
Obviously, he's always been building up to this.
Exactly. So basically, what I said was correct. He was only signed for this fight in the first place. It was never about wanting Scott Quigg. It was just basically wanting the Cal Frampton money.
Yeah, but
I've not got a problem with Quigg. I don't think he's a bad fighter. I don't think he beats Cal.
You cunt.
What?
You used to support him.
I told you that. I've admitted it. That I says up until the Salinas fight, I says Quigg would beat Frampton. I say that. Then I realised that he doesn't. I've tweeted Cal. I tell Cal to his face as well that when I seen the Salinas fight, he doesn't do well with boxers. We've noticed that. Let's see somebody that kind of moves. He struggles with him. He needs people to stand in front of him. He's the typical Joe Gallagher fighter where it's all about the body punches. He needs a stationary fighter. Kiko Martinez, I said they would stop him in 7 rounds, right? He needs a guy that's just going to go to war with him, and Cal's not going to do that. And like I said in the last pod, he's a boxer puncher. He's going to wait for Quigg to make the move, and then he's going to hit him.
I just don't see. I've heard a few people say, "Oh, Frampton's going to outbox him." Or I haven't seen anything in Frampton that says he's that slick a boxer. I haven't seen it. That Gonzalez was fucking dog shit.
Yeah, but I think
after the fight, everyone was like, "Oh, he's half decent," and before the fight, everyone was in agreement he was absolutely shite.
I think with the Gonzalez thing, and it might sound like a bit of an excuse, but I think it might be in first fight in America, a bit of nerves there, and he was like a tall, long guy.
The canvas was too thick.
that was
the canvas. That was terrible. That.
But I said this again the other week that people saying, "Oh, this Gonzalez was taller than he was Ranger." Scott Quigg's the same fucking height as this cunt. He's got pretty much the same reach as this cunt. I mean, what does that say about the fight? It does make it a lot closer.
Matt,
go on.
Is there any truth in the rumour that there's a rematch clause?
No.
What?
I don't think there is.
Next big fight said there isn't, so that's obviously.
What about next big pod?
Well, that's coming from Manchester Evening News. So
what about Lad Bible? What's Lad Bible's?
Lad Bible's fucking gospel, isn't it?
What about Twat Bible? Was that not what, or is it cunt watching?
Cunt watching.
But see.
What do they say?
See what you said there, Matt. Gonzalez was shite, and this is what people are doing here. They're going off. They're going off the last performance as if what one performance makes a total difference. It doesn't, because does that mean then prior to that, when Cal fucking absolutely schooled Kiko Martinez and Quigg went 12 rounds with Otaki, that means that Cal's going to absolutely annihilate Quigg? Then
I know, and I've never said that.
But Pete, this is the general opinion now, that because of their 2 last performances are the polar opposites, that somehow the tide is shifted. Quigg is this great fighter, and Cal was overrated.
Yeah, maybe that's the general perception, but it's not nothing's changed after the last fights for me, I don't think.
I just basically think that I think it's an 8-4 win, and I know people have said that. I've seen some people saying that they've heard like gym stories that Cal's getting dropped and that, but who hasn't been dropped in the gym? And we've seen Quigg being dropped actually in a fight, and I know people cast that up, but I don't care. They're saying he was dropped with Jamie Arthur, big deal. So fuck's sake, like loads of people's been dropped in the time. That makes no difference. He's not getting dropped now, and he's a big super bantamweight.
Exactly. He is getting better. He's improving. I can see improvement in him.
But I think when people picking stuff like that out, oh, he got dropped versus Arthur, or Frampton got dropped in the gym, it's because it's a close fight. People will find a little thing like that. So it's always like, oh.
But see that it's just gym stories. I mean, I said that before.
Guys, I need to drop off. See you later.
Remember that rumour that George Groves had dropped Gennady Golovkin? I mean, you take it with a pinch of salt. Do you know what I mean? It's never going to be. It's all hearsay, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
the thing is, we can go on about this all day. We're never going to agree, are we? But we can all agree it's a good fight and one we've all been with. For me, me personally, Brian's probably the same. I'm more interested in this than Brooke Khan or Joshua Fury. So for me, it's brilliant. I can't wait.
This is bragging rights. This is basically like once this fight's over, hopefully some of the cult fuck off and just crawl back into a hole, pour petrol over themselves, set fire to them and just burn and die.
Fucking hell.
And yous know who you are. You fucking know who I'm talking about. Boom. But I says to like Mark McFarlane earlier on, this is basically like a wee bit like Floyd and Pacquiao with regards to the fans, where like there's a split between like people that are going to be meeting up with each other. Like I'm going to be meeting up with Matt, like, and other people. There's going to be Quigg fans here. Like normally when like if we talk in like WhatsApp and all that, we're all agreeing the same thing because we hate mostly the same people. Joe Gallagher, you're a prick. Hearn, you're a cunt. Paul Smith, you're a fat bastard. But this time it's going to be like totally different. When we went over for the Floyd fight, it was just there was like fucking Pacquiao fans and everything. I mean, my nephew was here and he's a bit of a casual, and he hated Floyd. Absolutely fucking no reason. And he was a Pacquiao fan, and that's what this is going to be. Manchester's going to be absolutely fucking bouncing. And like, United and Arsenal are playing that day. Arsenal will get fucking pumped. They'll probably come fourth again. They'll celebrate that. Quigg will get absolutely ragdolled. It's going to be fucking party time central. I'm going to go to like Sankey's. I'm going to get pilled up to the maximum. I'm going to gouge out my wee bollocks, and it's going to be fucking heaven.
Okay.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, we'll see.
Imagine the scenes if this is a draw now.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I've actually just been done a belter off of David Doyle. Good point.
What about Tom?
You basically can't change your opinion based on one fight, and that's exactly what I done with the Salinas fight. Good point. Fuck you.
Yeah.
What?
Right. Since we've got Matt on there, I'm going to go on to his fucking other camp buddies. I know then. We'll just kind of skip over like Cardo, Sean Dodd. I'm not really interested in that fight. Like the
surgeon.
The surgeon's going to dismantle him easy.
Yeah, War Cardo, go on, Scotty.
You know what?
You just like him because he's a Celtic fan.
I don't. That is part of it, but I used to like kind of hear him like jip and that, and then I realised he's not a bad. Same with Quigg. He's not a bad boxer.
He's all right.
Aye, he's not.
People think like I think.
I totally agree with that, Matt. People kind of say he's like a kind of basic, just as basic as he come, but I don't think he's quite a decent boxer. And he's a nice guy as well. So I'm a fan of the surgeon. I must admit, I like Scotty Cardo.
I think for some reason he's actually regressing. But if you take his last fight, I'm pretty sure it was you said this, Paul, that he was normally a bit of a slick boxer, then he get dragged into a fucking tear up.
Yeah, but he started that fight, and I thought he started that fight looking good, and then for some reason,
what fight was this? Evans?
Yeah.
He's
You see, that's the thing. That Evans is awkward as fuck.
Yeah.
He's a southpaw, and he can make people look bad. He's got that kind of style. He kind of fought on the back foot and kind of made Cardo come to him, and he was trying to make him look bad and kind of nick rounds. That was his point. So I can see what you're saying, but I don't think it was I quite enjoyed that fight. I liked that show, and I thought that was a good fight. I was impressed with Cardo.
You know what pisses me off a little bit with him? Because he wastes. I think he wastes some movement. Seems to just like move about a little bit too much. He should just plant his feet a little bit more at times. He seems to be up on his heels quite a lot. I think that is to his detriment at times.
Have you seen him lately, Matt?
No.
No? Has he been asking for me?
No. After the time you hid in that Glasgow hotel for him, he's not interested.
I was at ringside with my TB hat on, fat as fuck. If he wanted to come get some, he could have come get some.
Hashtag shut it.
Yeah, but we need to go into my main man.
Go on.
We need to go into him. Everybody together. Na 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 na. Rocky Bones, Rocky Bones, Rocky Bones. Fuck Josh King.
Go on, Ricky.
This is an absolute bullshit fight, as usual, for your fucking body, Eddie Hearn.
Have you seen any of this King fight?
Nah, I don't even want to watch them.
So,
I can tell you shit.
Conclusions again.
Can I ask something here, right? This is for the WBO Intercontinental Lightweight title, correct?
Yeah.
Well, on that last Warren card, was it Adrian Gonzalez, I suppose his name was, Matt?
He did, yeah, against...
He won that title, so what's the script of that?
Was it not the International or something he won?
Oh, right, it may have been, mate.
I don't know.
Oh, right, I thought it was the WBO Intercontinental, whatever it is. I thought it was that he won, and I assumed it was the same belt, but obviously it can't be. But I thought that was quite strange.
See, Matt, you know how you don't like Frank Warren because he's got a bad habit of like, printing posters and announcing fights that didn't happen?
That's you know for a fine well. That's the reason I don't like the cunt.
Right. Well, so let's just take like Eddie Hearn for instance. He done the exact same with Ricky Burns last fight, but didn't like at no point was that opponent coming over here to fight Ricky Burns. At no point, and he came out fucking a couple of days later and said that. And Hearn for 3 weeks said absolutely jack shit. And when he was questioned about it, he ignored everybody, and eventually comes out, aye, we've got somebody else.
Yeah, fair enough. To be honest, regardless of that, I actually like that Tatley fight because I watched him against Abril. He was all right.
Yeah.
Well,
all right.
I was fine, mate, because it was a European title, and that gets you in a ranking with what the WBA, no, the WBO and the IBF, is it?
I thought it was WBC top 5.
WBC. No, it's no top 5. It's no top 10.
Andy, I've just been told there it's the WBO International Burns he's fighting for.
All right, so it's not the same belt as
that. Intercontinental, was it?
So they've got an international and intercontinental belt.
They all have it. They all have the international and intercontinental.
I thought they either had one or the other, like international or intercontinental.
No, Derek Chisora had the WBA international and intercontinental at the same time.
Oh, right, I wasn't. Oh, I've just shown myself right up as a casual there, haven't I?
Oh God, Andy out.
I'm taking major L's today.
I just don't see the point in this fight at all. I don't. He's Australian. Australians are shit. We know that.
Yeah.
He told us Ricky was going to be in a massive fight this year, and
it's just another fight.
I'm going to be honest. I don't understand how they're taking him. They're fighting for fringe WBO belts because Flanagan's the champion.
Exactly.
Aye.
I don't get that.
The only thing,
you never know though. You start fucking fucked up boxing. He might know something we don't.
But it's weird how Flanagan's just got pulled from December.
It's not really because he's been like basically in training for only 19 weeks with 3 weeks off. So I can see where his point is there. He's obviously want a break. You know what I mean?
But maybe
you don't want to overburn yourself.
Well, Frank needs more people on card to sell tickets, so he could just put Flanagan in against some fucking toilet cleaner. And it's not really any test.
I think it's the way I've read it anyway is it was the fact Flanagan's trainer saying no, he
Maybe.
basically needs a break. Do you know what I mean? To recharge the batteries. That's the way I read it.
But if I were Burns, I wouldn't want to be fighting Flanagan now anyway. I think Flanagan's got a shot for being best in that division.
I just don't understand it. Like, Ricky's not going to. Hearn's always going to. He doesn't work with Frank Warren. Ricky fucking hates Frank Warren. So how is this fight ever going to be made?
But again,
that's it. Unless we don't, that's the. You just never know what's around the corner, do you?
Matt.
Zepeda's been made mandatory again for.
That's right.
Flanagan.
Matt, you were at the show where Flanagan beat Magdaleno, weren't you?
No.
Were you not there? Oh, all right. I was going. How do you rate Flanagan? How do you rate him against like Matchroom's lightweight guys?
I don't think out of all the Matchroom's lot, I think obviously Campbell's the one, isn't he? Right, everyone goes on about. I know Brian fucking moans on about Kevin Mitchell, but he's good. He's a good boxer. It's just for whatever reason he sort of falls at the final hurdle. But
he always finds a way.
You've got to say Flanagan's up there, haven't you? You've got to.
He's number one at the moment.
In that division, I'd say he's the best. Magdaleno's fucking. He's not.
So I put 50 quid on fucking Magdaleno.
I was saying he was going to beat. I had a nightmare for that card because I said Gonzalez was going to get knocked out, and then I said Flanagan was going to lose.
But you can't. No, he absolutely demolished Magdaleno. You can't. It was a fucking real performance, but.
Linares is still, I think, number one in the division. He's got a bit more pedigree. He's beaten a few more guys, but
I'd like to
number two.
See the thing with Flanagan is he not got Dennis Shakyov chasing his belt?
No, because he's fighting for the IBF, vacant IBF.
Oh right, I thought he was chasing Flanagan's belt.
Shafikov's wank. Well, he's not wank, but Flanagan would beat him fucking pretty easily.
Who's Linares? Is someone lined up to fight Linares?
Dejan's Shannon, Matt, the WBC announced at the convention that's to be mandated. So that would probably be any time in the next 6 months. That is an absolute pearl of a fight.
I think Zlatkanen will stop him.
I would like to see Zlatkanen win that. I like him. I think he's a good boxer.
I was at that fight when he beat Burns, and Burns should have beat him. He just, for whatever reason, he wasn't listening. I don't know, Brian fucking hates the Sims, but he was telling him what to do, and he just.
Oh, what's that fight he was telling him?
It was fucking unbelievable. And Zlatakanen's dead raw. I think I rate Linares. He's a real slick boxer. I really like him. I think he'll have a bit too much for him, but.
Yeah, it's just the chin on Linares has always been the issue. His fucking class there.
Yeah,
that kind of lands on him. I think that you could make him.
I don't know whether the game plan for Burns is that Hearn just made a pure fucking arse in this Brook card, right?
Yeah.
And he maybe just kind of getting this wee stupid belt just so it looks as if there's some sort of importance, and his end game is to maybe finally do something he's rarely ever done. I know he's doing it with Smith Fielding, but if Crawler wins in a couple of weeks, maybe
that's happening.
If Burns looks good in this, make that fight.
I'll tell you what, I'd love to see that fight.
So would I, because Burns fucking busts him.
Not a fucking chance.
Burns him. Bust him. Your boy fucking Crawler is fucking 0-1-1 against Derry. Dirty Derry.
Yeah, fuck off, man. You have to be Stevie Wonder to think that fucking second fight was a draw. Fuck me.
I thought Crawler won that like 7-5.
Definitely.
Well, I don't
I wouldn't care. I was at the arena for that, and I watched that fight, and I was like, fucking hell, it was a great fight. And then what the fuck followed it? Bellew fucking Chilemba.
Yeah. Let's see who beats Chilemba though.
Aye. Nobody's beat Chilemba since that.
No, undefeated.
The topic of Hearn matching his fight is why isn't Mitchell just fighting Campbell?
Yeah, but I
think it goes back to the same thing as you said about Quiggin. Why would he take a risk on one of his fighters? It doesn't make sense for him to do that, does it?
I agree, Matt.
But he's building it up. That's the problem with it. He's building it up again, just like he tried to build up the fucking Coyle Campbell fight by having him on the same card for a whole fucking year.
But I know that pisses people off, and I understand why. But you can see why he does it.
Yeah, to some degree.
But I'm not interested.
Who was it who remember when Fat Bob, when he had Juanma Lopez and Gamboa, and he's saying, yeah, we're not going to make the fight yet, we're going to marinate it, and then he got fucking blitzed.
But that's basically, you've used that plenty of times. That's one fight. Look at the amount of fights Arm's actually made, and look at the amount of fights that Hearn's not made. He's got the full fucking 135 there, and he's still not pairing every cunt off.
Yeah.
He should have had a round robin there.
Ages ago.
The difference there, he's been in the game 5 years. Adam's about 306.
Aye, in about 5 years when Adam was in it, he was fucking... He was making the best fight the best, and Hearn's fucking getting his dog shit.
Well, look what
He's getting
Aaron
his
did with
fucking
his
Ricky
cash
versus
cow.
Josh King.
His second biggest cash cow, fucking Nonito Donaire, he put him in with fucking Rigondeaux.
Yeah. But that's because he thought fucking Rigo was too green and he was going to get knocked out.
Yeah,
And then when it went the other
but
way...
he still made it, but he knew the risks. Fucking hell, he knew how good Rigo was.
But, you know, I think with Mitchell, and because I think he's getting worse I think he's only going to get worse now. So I think putting him in a number of fights until then, you can't put him in with anyone great. So he's going to have to be in maybe not a completely ridiculously bad level, but he can't really be going in for any killers, really, can he?
He should be just trying to push Campbell at the moment, because Campbell's his best fucking talent, apart from, you know, maybe AJ, and we see how he's fucking pushing that cunt.
Yeah, but the difference between those two is, I'd say Campbell's a better talent, but AJ makes the money.
Yeah, you're right.
But
What difference is that,
he
though?
could be doing the same thing with Campbell, though. He could be promoting him the same way.
If it was me, I'd double them up on cards. I'd have them both on it.
It's not as if
Wherever
Campbell's...
AJ goes, he'll sell out.
It's not as if Campbell's got a shit style and people don't want to watch him. It's not as if he's boring the cunt out of everyone.
It's not as if like Mitchell is Campbell's the same age as like fucking Verdejo. He's not. He's closer to 30 than he is at 20.
Yeah, he's 28.
So there's no point in holding him back here. I see that's like don't want to take a risk. How no? Sink or swim. Just fuck him in with Mitchell. If he can't beat Mitchell there now, then he's fucking never going to be good enough anyway. Because Mitchell's just a perennial quitter. Good guy.
Yeah.
I've always been a fan of him, but let's get it right here. What pisses me off about Mitchell is the fact that he's always getting an excuse for a loss. He never just can't fucking take a loss. Just deal with it.
And I still maintain this. If he didn't go out the day before he fucking fought Maduma and blow the chuffing Chetway, he'd have probably got a belt now because he beat Mickey Bay.
Yeah.
So he's fucked himself really there.
Bitch, please.
The Bay bin the belt, didn't he? Who got the belt after fucking the Bay?
Yeah, Shafikov's fighting for it against
Barthélemy.
That's it. Fucking what a terrible fight that's going to be.
Right. Well, fucking burn this enough. Right, Matt. Here we go. Rocky Fielding.
Boo.
Fighting the brother of the pussy that wouldn't fucking fight him. Eh? Has to get a wee bro to fight him. And the wee brother's still going through puberty.
He told you the truth, you gobshite.
The fucking no, he ducked up for fucking ages and tried to get soft touches so he could win that British belt outright, and he kept getting refused fights. So then Hearn, for some magical fucking way, ended up getting him the Abraham fight. But let's get this right here. Paul Smith was never interested in taking that fight.
Righto.
We know.
Righto. Okay.
You know. I know. The world knows. The 60 people watching know.
It won't matter because Fielding's going to get beat and look like an absolute fucking idiot come Sunday morning.
Honestly, right, and I know I've maybe people should listen to it after I said about fucking Harrison to beat Wilder, but everything you've got, stick it on fucking Callum within 6. Everything you've got.
See, I keep saying points all late, but I think everyone's sort of downplaying Smith a little bit and making out Fielding to be better than he is.
It's like everyone's saying, they're making out. Fielding's this big fucking puncher.
Yeah.
But they also do that with Stephen Smith, Callum Smith.
Brian Vera, he stopped Brian Vera because that fucking spastic Ian John Lewis let him fucking hit him when he was on the floor.
Yeah, but did you see Vera? You know when he knocked him down the first time and it was a legit knockdown? When he got up, he was like fucking stretching out. It was like his back were gone. It's like they pulled this guy off the street or some shit. Like he was shot to fuck.
Al Cobb fight, I think it was the 4th round or something. Like
Yeah.
And he got buzzed.
Yeah.
He asked him and he got buzzed. His legs were all over the place. Back to the ropes, and he just got lucky there. And I don't get us wrong. He's done a lot better than I thought he would, Rocky Fielding, but it's within 6. Trust me.
I don't disagree with you, but at the same time, I also think like Callum's fucking power's seriously overrated. The levels that he's been going up, the power looks a lot less and less. And I've always said, I've said for fucking day one, and it's not because of Joe Gallagher, right? I've said he's the biggest hype job in boxing, the biggest hype job. He just looks like he looks like a tall spot quig, right? It's all he's basically the exact same. Somebody with a bit of movement is going to fucking give him nightmares. And Rebrassi was just tailor made for him, just stand there and tee off. And Rebrassi fucking touched him up big time in that fight. But I think he stops Rocky Fielding and all. I don't think it'll be maybe early. It might go late on. But
who's got the best win out of the two? Out of Smith and Fielding?
Smith.
Yeah, Rebrassi's the best win, isn't he?
Rebrassi, what's he done?
Like, Rebrassi beat every single one of...
But that goes for nothing. See that he would beat him. The triangle theories don't work here. On paper, who is the best one?
Well, we can't say Brian Vera because he was like 40 odd and shot to foot.
Yeah, shell of himself, wasn't he? It's Rebrass.
Yeah, definitely Rebrass.
Who's Rebrassi beat?
But it's no, because Rebrass if you look at his record, he's absolutely bang average. And the only reason people say that he's Euro level is he had the Euro belt, but he bet some French cunt who was shite. And because he took George Groves 12 rounds. But fucking Groves was shite and lame.
That's still better than anything Rocky Fielding's done.
Go and look at Rebrassi's box record. Look at his record. He's not got one good one in his record.
Yeah,
So you can't base Callum Smith beating Rebrass as some great win because Sky tell you it's some great one.
But see, at the same time, he was a European champion, and I don't care what you say. Brian Vera's been shite all his life.
Yeah.
He had one good performance against the fake Chavez, and that is it.
But like, I'd say on paper, Luke Blackledge is the best win for Fielding.
And that was fucking devastating.
Yeah, but you know when he fought, when they fought, I don't think Blackledge were anywhere near as good as he is now. I think he's come on a lot since. So I think if you look at the time that they fought the guys.
Right, but
there's not a great deal in it between the two of them, is there?
But that's basically, we could turn around and say that Rebrassi's not as good as he was when he fought Groves.
It probably wasn't. Well, you never know.
You just need to kind of take on face value that.
Like, everyone's shot on it.
Since then we found out Groves is fucking shit, ginger cunt.
I agree with that.
Which means that the Rebrassi looks even worse. The fact that Groves has pretty much been fucking cobra'd, and how much he I wouldn't say he laboured with Rebrassi. He won, but he got touched up as much as fucking Callum did.
Rebrassi was robbed versus Groves.
He lost every run.
He was robbed.
I saw him win at least 7 rounds.
Cheated, not defeated.
Who done that scorecard, Tom?
Yeah. I was getting Tom to score it for me because I was pissed up.
Thursday night full of fucking crack, man. You're crazy. But
they got one common opponent in Fedotovs, didn't they?
Yeah.
Rocky went 8 rounds and Callum beat him in 1.
Yeah, Fedotovs went 8 rounds.
But see what Matt was saying, to put money on him in the first 6 rounds. I think Callum will win, but I originally was thinking points. But see, the more I think about it, Matt, you're actually right, because see, at the start of a fight, Rocky comes out and he's kind of, I don't know if it's his adrenaline and his nerves, he's quite jumpy and
yeah.
It's like he doesn't settle down.
He's dead, he looks like ungainly and that, you know.
Aye.
And that's what I mean, that alcohol, but he looks shit.
But you know what because there's been all this talk and all this shit, he's going to be even more, and I can see him, if he has sort of bought into what Oliver Harrison's telling him, and he's made a tit of himself as well, the fucking moron, but if he comes out thinking, oh yeah, I'm just going to blast through him, he's going to end up getting absolutely smashed to pieces.
see, so have they picked Smith then, I take it?
Yeah, I am.
Rocky from Stocky.
That is the worst nickname. Just because he's got that nickname, I hope he gets smashed in a round. I forgot about that.
Oh, because fucking Mundo's better.
I've actually forgot how miserable a wee cunt you are, Paul. You are a right fucking misery on this podcast. Just fucking hating everything. You sound fucking happy.
Fucking pot calling kettle.
Aye, but my hate's fucking solid. But I'm just looking at. I don't know. I don't see fucking Callum Smith winning a world title. I
Well, I
don't.
do. Because I think, this is my little, again, it's a nonsense theory, but I think Murray, well, he might beat Abraham, I'm not convinced he will, but I reckon that happens, and I think Smith would probably beat Murray, because I don't think Murray's that good.
But he's going to WBC route.
Doesn't matter. If he's got a belt, they'll chuck him in.
No, so basically what they're going to do is they're going to do
be-
with the Selby again. No, as soon
Yeah.
as somebody decent with a belt, they fucking go in another direction.
Is this an eliminator then?
No, I don't think it is.
It's a British title.
Oh yeah.
Is it?
The WBC silver as well, isn't it?
Aye. Because Callum's ranked number 1 and Rocky's, is he like 12 or 14 or something?
I'm telling you right
I've
now.
never stopped them before.
I'm sure they are building it as a final.
Neither of them fucking beat Badu Jack. I
No
do not
chance.
care what you say. Badu Jack beats the two of them easily.
Badu Jack and James Gale are the number 1 and number 2 in that division at the minute by quite a way.
Aye, I would agree with that.
And what you've got to remember is you've got the fucking beast for the East going to be up there in the next 18 months.
Possibly, but they can get a belt and fucking shit themselves by then, can't they?
Sure.
Just
Okay.
wait till Chris Eubank beats him.
And see Fedor Chudinov, he's not the worst. He's not Roy Jones or nothing, but he would give these two cunts a good fight anyway.
He's limited to fuck, man.
He's
Don't
pretty
shit.
basic. He's pretty basic. That Chudinov man, isn't he? He's quite.
And where's Rocky Fielding in that? Is he fucking Sweet Pea like?
Aye, I know what you're saying, but that Chudinov, he's like a fucking typical Eastern Bloc fighter, isn't he? But I don't know. I know what you're saying, but
He doesn't hit hard enough.
aye, he's basic. But
He beat fucking Big Buglioni. That's all you need to know.
But, come on, man.
Absolute fucking dreadful.
The wise guy. If he was that wise, he wouldn't have took that fucking fight.
You're going to start getting called Hater Dave.
you're not going to turn down a world title chance, are you, Paul?
Well, you are, because it's not a world title.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, aye.
Well, technically,
Right, okay.
Woods doesn't count because he's a fucking prick as well.
He's the main man. But that kind of segues right on it, because I was going to... So everybody's fucking picking Smith, other than Alex, because he's totally hate. See, that just shows you how cool I'm up. Even though I hate the fucking Badger, I'm still picking Callum Smith to win this fight. But I'm saying it now. If Badu Jack and fucking DeGale keep going the way they're going, he's never winning a world title. Never. But
Honestly, I can see, if Murray wins, I can see Smith fighting Murray, and I think Smith would beat him.
aye, but
You heard it here first.
I don't see Murray getting a decision over there. The two of them basically have got the same sort of fucking style.
Yeah. But it's like I said, I think I said it yesterday, I can see it being 7-5, 8-4 Abraham, and Murray can come away saying, I've been robbed again. And then we'll have the standard stuff, and we'll just continue rolling on for another 12 months, probably.
Right, we'll just gloss over fucking this undercard fight so we can go on to Bradley. Lomachenko v Romulo Kosika.
Shite.
That is a shite.
Dunno,
Basically, Lomachenko's won a belt, and he's going back to fight the guys that he should have fought before winning the belt. But this is basically the product to the Cold War, isn't it? Because there isn't really many opponents that he can get unless he fights Rigo, which is not going to happen.
He wants the Salido rematch, too.
Salido would kick his cunt in. Again, I'm telling you now.
Man, you're never coming back on here. I think just stuff pops into your head and you just spout out shite.
It's going to happen.
No, of course. The fight's never going to happen because he's not going to go on weight. He wants to stay at 126. So
He said he wants a belt. And obviously he can't fight Gary Russell. Or Leo Santa Cruz, so that's two of them gone. Well, he can't fight Selby either. So he's sort of fucked for wanting belts.
he can't fight. Is it Mariaga? I'm pretty sure he's signed with Al Heyman now as well.
I think he did, but he didn't have a belt, does he?
No, but he'll end up getting
The regular.
which is no world title.
Yeah, exactly. He's in a bit of a shit situation.
The only thing I know is it doesn't matter how shite an opponent is for Lomachenko. I enjoy watching him. What he does in the ring's fucking good enough for me. I know like his fight like, in the Mayweather undercard, the opponent was pish, but what he was doing in there, honestly, I had to put my bobby in my waistband because I had a hard on sitting watching that.
What do you think if he fought Rigor, Brian?
I just think he'd be too big.
I,
Rigo's tiny.
he is.
He is basically the size of my fucking foreskin.
But then, is Lomachenko any bigger than Amagasa, who was like fucking huge?
Yeah.
But Amagasa's not got the same sort of skill level as like.
He hasn't. No, but I mean, just on. I don't know. I'd have to back Rigo in that one, I think. But to be fair, I'd probably pick Rigo if they fought Floyd. So
You would have to pick
Rigo
over Lomachenko. I'd like to see it. No, I would like to see it, but
again, and Bob's never going to make that fight just in case Rigo beats him. Or if he does fight, Bobby is going to be walking around with paper envelopes all night.
HBO aren't going to have Rigo on again anyway, are they? So
They would for that fight. I think that was what come out, but it sounds as though Rigo might be with Heyman, but we're not completely sure.
That's been rumoured for a while, but it's never seemed to actually happen, that, innit? It's always been rumours.
They petitioned the WBA for a fight, though, in December. I forgot the guy's name, but they had rejected it, saying the opponent was too shit, which I think is majorly ironic from the WBA, but whatever. But Karibe has never promoted any card in the history, so Heyman's got to be somewhere to do with that.
Heyman started. Well, I'm pretty sure I read that somebody says that Heyman Gate offered him the fight, but offered him a contract, but because of that Karibe.
There's something seriously dodgy about them, like.
I'm telling you, they're fucking mobsters.
Well, you know, Bryn Jonathan Butler, the book that he did, the stuff that Gary Hyde touches about, they never specifically said who it was, who were basically causing all this shit, but I think you can sort of surmise it with them. And, well, obviously, it's sort of like slave driving, isn't it? They own Rigo. Not just as a boxer, they own him.
That full situation, it's right murky, innit? That's all they with the Cubans and all that, and you do get the feeling that the guy's been taken advantage of.
Yeah.
I mean, when he came to America, he obviously didn't read English, didn't speak English, and getting all these kind of contracts shoved in front of him, sign this, we'll do this, we'll do that. He probably doesn't know what's going on, do you know what I mean? It's a horrible situation because the guy's uber talented, and it's a waste, it's a total waste of a career.
But he's got burned a few times with that Rigo. I think he signed a contract with someone else before Hyde. Then Castro and that found out and basically fucked him for it. Then Hyde went over. He sorted it out. Once he got to Mexico or wherever, some other cunt put a contract in front of him. Signed that. Then Hyde had to go to court for months and years about it, I think. And then that's when he got all the shit. And it'll be Karibe fucking dancing about somewhere.
It's just exactly what Andy said there. He obviously doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
No.
And you're right, someone so talented to be fucked about like that.
But I think I tweeted something about it the other day. People are going to look back on this with some regret. And you're going to look at it, Otto guy is in the Hall of Fame, and Rigo's probably not going to get in it.
Yeah. How old tonight? Is he 33, 34 or something?
35, he's 35 plus.
he's
35
at minimum, isn't he?
65.
If Rigo was any sort of man, he would be like, you know what? My promoters are fucking me about. They've got me in some sort of slave contract. No doubt, back in the day, I'd be working in the cotton fields. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a wee cheeky flight out of Ibiza and just work as a tour rep out there. And then sort it. Just get full of monkey brains and fucking bang on. But that's fucking shite. It's the one fight. See when it came out that they were negotiating like a couple of months ago, and like, Boxing Asylum done like a special to talk about it. Every cunt was fucking hyped for it. But you know how like miserable like, we can be and like the asylum can be, but every cunt was absolutely fucking hyped, thinking that this fight could be made because it's just for the purists. It's for proper boxing fans. It's not for the ones that started in 2011 when Eddie Hearn fucking got into boxing. But it's never going to fucking happen, I don't think. And Rigo is really going to have to go to 126 for that, and maybe maybe we fucking hear him doing the dirty with the WBA and getting him stripped his belts, and he's now not got any belts. Maybe force his hand to just say, I've got nothing left here at 122, nobody's going to fight me. Because we all fucking very well know the winner of Callum Quigg, I'm not fighting him. Donnie Ayer's not going to go back there and fight him. So he's got absolutely nobody there to fight. The WBA, the WBC is going to be held by somebody's shite. So maybe this will force his hand to just say, you know what, fuck it, I'll go to 126 and I'll fight Loma next year. Fight him next year, and the undercard, the fucking Floyd Mayweather's come back for the 50-0 TMT. Boom! The Mayweather curse. Cuenca. Chew my dick.
Easy work.
Easy fucking work, man. But obviously everybody's going to pick Loma for this fight, so fuck it. But finally, and I don't even like this fight. I know everybody I've seen, I quite like this fight. No, I don't, because I hold Bradley the same standard as I hold Kell Brook, Floyd Mayweather. They're all champions, right? Rios is fucking done. He is a zombie, right? And if Bradley's got anything left in him, which he should have, even though Teddy Atlas, he's fucking garbage, and the only reason he's known is because he trained Sammy Gravano. But I don't. I hate Rios. I really fucking hate Rios for personal reasons. But
I agree. I don't like Rios at all. I mean, he's the same as fucking Provodnikov for me. He's shit. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely no talent. Just basically, I'll stop punches with my face.
At the time when the Brook fight was muted with Rios, I actually liked that, but not for the fight. It was just purely because, for whatever reason, them fucking retard Yanks love Rios. So if he come over here and Brook knocks him out, it gives, you know what I mean, it gives gravitas. But I'm the same. I think Bradley will punch his fucking cunt in.
I think it'll be a good fight because Bradley's just gone fucking mental lately and just thinks, fuck it, let's just slug it out even though I can't punch. And it's just, so that's the thing. Even if Bradley's won the first 10 rounds, there might be just that chance where he just gets ridiculously dumb and gets fucking splattered. Fucking Vargas can't punch and nearly had him out.
I don't.
But
are you staying up for this fight to watch it, Sam?
Yeah, I'll stay up for this one. Well, I'll wake up for it. I ain't be awake, but I'll get up, get out of bed. I like the fight. I don't see what the problem is with it.
I just don't rate Rios. That's why.
Yeah, but he's with top ranking. He just regurgitates the same welterweights against the same welterweights all the time. It's all he can match him with. Marquez ain't fighting no more. Alvarado's done.
Yeah.
Is
Pacquiao ain't fighting again.
Which is like, I know he was guaranteed the Pacquiao rematch, but at the time of Bradley signing a new contract with Top Rank, even back then it was like, why would you do that when
he could have made so much more money with Heyman?
Yeah, but
everyone else is with Heyman, that's the thing.
What's that?
Everyone else is with Heyman.
Yeah.
He's just backed his selling to a corner, and now he's stuck with this shit.
It's like, I know Hearn's fucking determined to keep Brook in England for pay-per-view, right? But that would have been the perfect fight. Brook v Bradley, a unification fight. That's what Rios is not on the level. He's not even a welterweight. And Brook, I think Brook with a fucking steamroller Bradley. I think like Brook's just a big homosexual, and he's just a big cunt. And he would have fucking pounded that big head.
But I said that it should have been Rios fighting Chavez in a rematch because Rios got a fucking gift there. He got away with one, and Brook should have fought Bradley. Instead of all this fucking about. And then Brook's going to fight Chavez, and fucking Bizier's fighting some other. How has Bizier ended up with another fucking eliminator?
Kevin Bizier versus Frederick Lawson.
Right. Kevin Bizier his dad must work for fucking the IBF because this is like the third or fourth eliminator he's had. He lost to Donut Dan twice. Like, if you lose it to that idiot twice, shouldn't even be allowed near a title.
Well, that Lawson's best wins like Prescott. And
Prescott welterweight.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. Like, Alex, do you actually like this Bradley fight?
Yeah, I don't mind it actually. I think it's going to be a decent fight, purely because I think Bradley's going to get sucked into it, and he's going to want to prove his macho sort of shit again. Because Rios is just going to be on him all night. Like you say, Rios is just going to go face first, be a fucking mong about it, and Bradley will get enticed by it because he just can't. For some reason, he can't help getting in a fucking dig these days. And I reckon it'll be a corker. I mean, we all fucking, as much as you guys were just shitting on Provodnikov, we all fucking love that Bradley Provodnikov fight. Absolute belter of a fight. And this has got potential to be a bit similar. I think Rios is a bit more shop worn than Provodnikov was. But, I think Bradley should win this piece of piss. But, you might get dragged in a bit too far, and you might have been taken too many shots in his fucking eyes.
See, I've got so low expectations of Provodnikov that I actually think Rios would beat him. I think that Rios is good enough to actually outbox him because Provodnikov's that bad.
They'd stop each other somehow.
Is that?
They'd end up fucking KO draw.
Fucking Mike Alvarado outboxed Rios, right? And in that rematch, he fucking did his boxing and he outboxed Rios. And you saw a piece of piss out how easy it was to do that. Mike Alvarado, who's off his tits on coke and all sorts of fucking drugs all the fucking time, he outboxed the cunt.
I think we should now, at this point, just remind everyone to look at the YouTube video of Alvarado shadowboxing before the Rios fight. Because
brilliant.
that is what I imagine me being like if I've had like 10 pints and I'm stood in the street and like, look at me fucking shadowboxing. That is exactly what it
That's
looks.
how I imagine Robin Deacon shadowboxing. He thinks he's doing his best.
Deacon would beat Alvarado now.
That's how I must have looked when fucking somehow I end up in a brothel in Vegas in May. Then get kicked out for telling the prostitute I was going to slash her. That's the way TMT roll. But I think this is an easy win for Bradley. An easy win.
Yeah, there'll be moments in it.
Easy if he doesn't act like a fucking knobhead.
Do you think he might listen to Teddy Atlas where he's...
This is it. It's a clusterfuck, isn't it? It's like Teddy Atlas, what a prick.
You know what? Do you think that maybe Diaz has said something to Bradley like, I think you're near the end now, you need to fucking pack it in, because he's gone mental on Diaz. He's just giving him shit every single time he's spoken to him.
It's fucking horrible what he's been saying to you, because Diaz is a decent trainer.
Yeah, no.
Saying that he's learned more in 3 weeks than he has in 10 years with Diaz. I don't know what he's done. Is this basically like a Tom Hing where Tom Hanks at Bush pumped everybody's wife, and like basically like Tim Bradley thinks that fucking Diaz has rode his woman?
Have you seen Bradley's wife?
Oh, she's wild.
Yeah.
But I'm at that stage where I'd probably ride her.
You've been on IFL, you can get better than that.
Oh, you're fucking right, I'm an internet sensation. Mum, on my own podcast, overthrown fucking the host and everything. Yeah, baby.
Fuck's sake.
Agent. But
do you not think maybe it's what... I don't know. It sort of seems a little bit like when Burns just randomly fucked old Billy Nelson off and then ended up with Tony Simple.
Nah, but at the same time, like Ricky, boxers always blame the trainer, don't they? They never blame themselves for a loss, and he fucking... Tony Sims was in the background way before he went to Tony Sims. This wasn't just basically like a bad performance and Ricky went to him. Hearn and all that were in his ear fucking long before that to get him to go there. Like Morrison, his manager, there was like politics going on with all that shit, so it wasn't like that. But boxers' first instincts to blame the trainer, aren't they? Yeah. So that's why he went to Sims. But this is get right dirty. I mean, I wish Bradley was on Twitter so he could like air his fucking or a shite on here. It'd be good if Bradley has a fucking Shane Mosley meltdown, wouldn't it? That'd be awesome.
We'll get him on.
Aye, I'm sure Tom will get him on. He's getting every cunt on the pod.
But while we're on about trainers, are we going to mention
Joe Gallagher? He's a cunt.
Rob McCracken, seeing as we don't have to edit shit out.
Aye. Rob McCracken basically training fucking Anthony Joshua.
Because like I said, I thought I was right when I said it, because it was the shit with London when they told him, yeah, you can't be in the corner because you're training for Arch. So I think it's one of them to try and pull the wool over people's eyes, and Dylan's just fucked it up.
He's at that Sheffield Institute tonight as well. He put that on Facebook again, him skipping up there. He fucking.
Yeah.
I could tell that he's punting up there.
Better not be.
How? Is that with you still?
No, mate. Clean streets around here, mate. And Cal,
Shit.
stepping on Cal's toes, isn't he?
What do you think, Matt?
Say that again, sorry.
AJ up fucking training with McCracken.
I thought it was common knowledge, that. It's just something to do with the amateur thing, isn't it? You can't go in the corner and all that.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's been
The cult,
doing-
the cult leader's official.
he's
Anthony
been-
Joshua's with McCracken.
I've
Well, I did that.
holiday, so.
Matt, as has Sims or McCracken sort of got like a contract with him, like Sauerland have? Is it Wegner? Because they seem to want to push their guys onto fucking.
Sims's gym
Sims or
is called
McCracken.
the Matchroom Gym, is it not?
Yeah.
I thought
Faggot.
he's got 2 gyms, has he not, Sims?
Do you know what Gallagher's gym's called?
Amir Khan's gym.
Oh, okay, now.
To be fair, oh,
I think that's fucking it. I think we can end it there with a wee bit of Joe Gallagher bashing. I've been your host, Andy Patterson. I would just like to.
let's just do a quick shout out to Adam Smith, who was bigging his prediction up of Povetkin points. Hater of the pod. Let's just remind him of that.
No, we didn't take. That's a bullshit stoppage. That cut.
A stoppage is a stoppage, mate.
See when I
was
seen it. See when I said it was a stoppage, I was like, oh, and the people were saying, oh, he done something that the flag couldn't do. I was like, oh, this must be a right fucking good one. And I watched it, and I was like, well, the referee's just moved that off.
Oh, we better not forget. Did you see fucking the doctor's Doc Cassidy's tweet just before the fight when he backed Povetkin?
Doc, if you're listening to this, see if you want to come on the pod, give me a DM, right, and then I'll laugh at you and show everybody your DM and say you're still not getting on.
Mario's fuck.
Right. That's a wrap, people. Boom. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.